A very good day to all of you. Let me first introduce myself. My name is Afiq Azlan from University Malaysia Kelantan or UMK. I am currently the Deputy Director of UMK International Office, and in the session today I'm going to bring your attention to an important topic that has been a subject of debate in most countries around the world. So I would like to bring you into the discussion of a very crucial topic that has been a subject of argument in most countries around the world, including Malaysia, the Philippines, Indonesia, countries in Southeast Asia, and other countries around the world. So the topic is be a job creator and not a job seeker. So the idea is once you have graduated, you instead of being a job seeker where you search for jobs, but you create your own job for yourself to provide for yourself as well as for other people. So why be a job creator, not a job seeker? So the major issue that we face today is graduate employability. And I would like to take my country, Malaysia, as an example. And this issue happens similarly to other countries around the world. So not just Malaysia, but I'm taking Malaysia as an example. So let us see how severe the issue of graduate employability is. And not just in Malaysia, but countries around the world, be it Southeast Asia, the Asian continent, Europe, Africa, as well as the Americas. So around the world, we see that there are a lot of more and more students coming out from universities. More and more students graduated from institutions, from colleges, from universities. However, the main issue is there are not enough employment to cater to these graduates. So although they have graduated from universities, but they couldn't find a job to provide for themselves. They couldn't secure an employment, or even though they could find a job, they could secure an employment for themselves, they are underemployed. So that means they are not working in a sector in which they have studied back in the university. So they are not working similar with whatever that program or courses that they have taken in the university. So they work in a different sector from what they have previously learned. And also some of the students, when they have graduated from the universities, the job that they manage to secure is underpaid. So that means they are being underpaid by the organizations or the company that they are working at. So that is a major issue that we face every day. So let me share with you some of the data that I think could illustrate more on the severity of this issue of graduate employment or graduate employability. So, and why we should be a job creator and not a job seeker, and why UMK, University Malaysia Kelantan, as an entrepreneurial university, prepares the students to be a job creator and not a job seeker. So this is a case study of University Malaysia Kelantan and how its students are prepared to be a job creator and not a job seeker. So, taking Malaysia as an example, the issue of graduate employability in Malaysia has always been a great concern. Without a proper action taken, it will grow alarming in the future. And as of August 2020, last year, the unemployment rate in Malaysia is at 4.7% out of the total population, and Malaysia's unemployment rate rose by 0.1% every year. And in November 2020, last year, there were more than 1 million individuals being unemployed or underemployed in Malaysia. And these people, they are graduated from universities, colleges, and other institutions. So the severity of the problem can also be further understood by accounting for the number of graduates who are now categorized as unemployed or underemployed. So recently, it was reported by the Ministry of Education Malaysia that from the 58 public and private universities in Malaysia, as many as 51,000 students graduated every year from all of the 58 private and public universities in Malaysia. And the thing is, the problem is, or the issue is, 60% of the 51,000 students, 60% of the 51,000 graduates are unemployed a year after their graduation. So this is a major concern. And what adds more problem to the concern is that the COVID-19 pandemic has compounded the problem, making it more severe to the students, to the graduates. So these trends continue as there have not been any high impact changes made to the system to ensure the fresh graduates can secure jobs after graduation. So it is also a concern that a large portion of these recent graduates, these students, have been unable to secure unemployment in positions related to their field of studies. So unemployment is an important issue for many countries around the world, including the Philippines, countries in Southeast Asia, Indonesia, Thailand, in other continents as well. So further, the inability to secure appropriate employment in one's chosen field, whatever that you have studied, you have to be able to work in the same field, because that is the idea of taking or choosing a course or program when you are doing your undergrad or postgraduate degree back in university. So it is not motivating. Graduates are losing hope for the future because they couldn't find a job that fits what they have studied before, even though that is lucky if they could find a job, but some of these graduates, they couldn't find a job at all. So realizing the pressing issue of graduate unemployment, um, I would like to share with you the idea of an entrepreneurial university. So, entrepreneurial university is an idea where the university um, trained its students to be entrepreneur. So, when you are an entrepreneur, you have your own business. So that means you create the job for yourselves. You be a job creator. You do not be a job seeker. So that is the idea of an entrepreneurial university. And in Malaysia, there is an entrepreneurial university, and the university is called University Malaysia Kelantan. It is a public university, or in short, a UMK. So UMK is more than a business school. So it is not only a business school where you study business in UMK. So UMK, being an entrepreneurial university, is a university where you can take more than 30 undergraduate courses, 30 undergraduate programs throughout its 9 faculties, but you will be prepared to be an entrepreneur. So there will be entrepreneurial classes that all of the students from all faculties, from all programs, will have to attend, will have to pass. So these entrepreneurial classes will teach the students on how to be an entrepreneur theoretically as well as practically. So in UMK, we could see that there are most of the students, all of the students, they will be given the opportunity to have their own student company. So in UMK, more than 1,000 of its students, they have their own students company, and right now in UMK there are 500, close to 600 student companies being registered. So while these students are studying, there are many courses. These students come from various courses in UMK from throughout its 9 faculties, and they form their own student companies individually and with their cliques. And these students companies, it forms a variety. So there are companies on food and beverages, there are companies on production, there are companies um, on printing, and on servicing, on there are companies that focus on travel management, bringing tourists to places around the state. So there are many companies formed by the students. So even before graduation, these students, they have formed their own companies where they learn, where they have the experience of success and failure. And after graduation, these students are well prepared to be entrepreneurs. So they have experienced failures, they have experienced success while conducting the students' company. So once graduated, they are more prepared to be an entrepreneur, to set up their own business, to create their own job instead of being a job seeker after graduation. So although UMK is an entrepreneurial university, but its graduates' employability is very high. So as of 2019, the graduate employability is 91%, and that is a high percentage to be mentioned. So UMK is an entrepreneurial university with the motto "Entrepreneurship is our trust." So and it is located on the east coast of West Malaysia, 1 hour flight away from the capital, Kuala Lumpur. And talking about its international students, UMK has a number of international students from various countries around the world. And these students are taking various courses throughout the 9 faculties of UMK. So the main question is why UMK? So other than the graduate employability factor in which UMK prepares its students to become a job creator instead of a job seeker, UMK offers cheaper and affordable tuition fees to its students. So international students, you don't have to break your pocket. If you like to study overseas, if you like to study abroad in other countries, you don't have to break your pocket paying expensive tuition fees in other universities. UMK, the tuition fee is very cheap and it is affordable, and the living cost in the state of Kelantan, where University Malaysia Kelantan is located, is low to average. And University Malaysia Kelantan, or UMK, also offers flexible English language requirement in which you can come to UMK first and fulfill your English language requirement like IELTS or TOEFL within the first 2 years of your study here. And then in UMK, you can also have a dynamic lifestyle, although UMK is not located in big cities like the capital Kuala Lumpur, but from UMK's city campus, you can go shopping at the nearest shopping mall. From the Jelly campus, you can go hiking at the tropical rainforest, and from UMK's Bachok campus, the main campus, you can go to one of the tropical islands in Malaysia. And UMK also offers quality and accredited academic programs. So all of the academic programs in UMK, they are all accredited, and because UMK is a public university, so that means when you study in UMK, once graduated, if let's say you want to work, you can go anywhere in the world because all of the programs are accredited by the Malaysian government. So if we take a look at the table here, You can see the comparison of tuition fees of UMK with other universities from other countries. If you take a look at the undergraduate sections, UMK's tuition fees for social science is just USD 6,500 and for science is USD 7,200. If you take a look at other columns, the fee is a lot expensive. And talking about the quality of education, it is actually the same because UMK is a public university with all of its courses, academic programs accredited by the Malaysian government. And why do you have to break your pocket paying so much for a degree when you can come to UMK where the tuition fee is a lot cheaper and the living cost is also cheaper? You can take a look at the master's and PhD rules as well, and you can compare the tuition fees, in which you can see that UMK offers a lot cheaper tuition fees as compared to other universities. So there are 9 faculties altogether in UMK, in which you can take a look at the courses that is offered by UMK from bachelor's degree to master's degree to PhD, Doctor of Philosophy, and some of the postgraduate courses are by coursework as well as by research. So there is the Faculty of Language Studies and Human Development, there is the Faculty of Creative Technology and Heritage, there is the Faculty of Architecture and Acoustics, also the Faculty of Hospitality, Tourism and Wellness. Students can also choose to study at the Faculty of Entrepreneurship and Business, which is the backbone of UMK, because UMK is an entrepreneurial university. Although it is an entrepreneurial university, it is not limited to business and entrepreneurship, but it has a lot of other programs in which you will also be trained to be an entrepreneur. There is the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, the Faculty of Earth Science, the Faculty of Agrobase Industry, as well as the Faculty of Bioengineering and Technology. So here are some photos of the buildings around UMK. This is the Chancellery building in the main campus of UMK. And here is one of the faculty buildings also on the main campus. And here are some of the infrastructures as well as the infrastructure of UMK. So UMK is an established university, so the campuses, there are 3 campuses altogether. They are well equipped with students, learning center, classrooms, libraries, and other necessary facilities to be used by UMK students. And here are some pictures of the facilities on the campuses of UMK. As you can see here, that is the library building of UMK, and also some other buildings that can be used by the students for students activities as well as for studying with their group members, and the hostels of UMK, in which the hostel fee is quite cheap, especially for undergraduate students. And also UMK is a well-recognized university. So if you can see here, University Malaysia Kelantan, although being a new university, and being one of the latest, one of the pioneers entrepreneurial university, it is well recognized by the world. So UMK received the first time ever, it is in the impact rankings of Times Higher Education, although the number is not that high, but it is well recognized because it is a new university. And not just that, UMK also is recognized by the QS World University Rankings Asia 2021. So that means UMK as a public university, as an entrepreneurial university, it is a university, it is your study destination. So if you're looking forward to study abroad, outside your country, UMK is the place to be. Nothing to worry about the quality of UMK. It is a public university. You can always go to our website, UMK's website, and take a look at the courses as well as the tuition fees and other things about UMK can be read from the website. So that's all for my session. Thank you very much for your attention.